Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Mass Effect Blind. My name is Kelthos, and in the last episode we had finished exploring the Normandy and getting to know more of this game and more about the world it's in, and then we talked to Joker and he brought us to the Citadel, and we talked to a man named Ambassador or something or another. I think it might be on this Udina or whatever, and he told us that we needed to meet him at the Citadel, because the Citadel, at the top floor of the Citadel, because they're going to have a meeting with the Council, because the Council's mad at us for trying to tell them that Cyrus is a traitor, and they don't want to believe us, and so we got to get evidence and stuff. So in this episode, we're going to continue exploring the Citadel, making our way to the tower, and see where we can go from there. So here we go. We had made it down here, but I was just being a dumbass and running around while I was talking, not paying attention to where I was going. We can't go in there. Okay, can we go in here? Apparently we can. Let's see if we can go this way. Nope, we can't. Alright, let's go down a level. Okay, and what's over here? This is where we need to go, right? The X doesn't say what the X means, but I assume that is where we need to go. It says Avina. Embassy receptionist.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Yes, I know that. Commander?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Investigate. Location.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel.
Oh.
Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Okay. Personal
What's
questions.
your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Are you busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I can understand that.
I should
Goodbye.
be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Codex. Something's going on in the Codex again. What?
The Asari were the first species to discover
species.
the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council.
Okay.
An all-female race, the Asari reproduce
They're all
through a form of
females. Oh, okay.
parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years,
Wow.
passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Okay. So when they become elderly, they can be in charge and stuff.
The Asari were the
We
first
already
species
listened
to
to
discover
that.
this.
What else? Citadel and Galactic Government. Citadel Station, Presidium Ring. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like space serving as the connection point for the wards. The interior walls are aligned with the embassies of influential species and private residence for the galaxy's elite. The Presidium is full of open-air restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting areas. Gravity is about 1/3 of Earth's normal. The holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Presidium maintains a 20-hour day schedule with a 6-hour night where lights are dimmed and the sky goes through a night cycle. Offices and residences are often open to the interior. It is not unusual for embassies to have no exterior wall at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy C-Sec presence and ambiguous monitoring devices on the Presidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. The ring is the location of the Citadel's spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes handling cargo easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every day, and every species with an embassy is granted a private dock. The tower at the center of the ring, which is where we're going, holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over a kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust forward parallel to the ward arms. As the tower is at the center of the spin axis, it experiences little centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and wards. A consular dock can be found at the base of the tower, while normally used for diplomatic carriers and spectre business. The shuttles docked here can evacuate the council government in an emergency. Okay. Interesting. Let us go onward.
To the Presidium.
Can I
Allow
talk to you?
me to be your guide.
Hi.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence. Programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds interesting.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I see. What about CSEC?
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel,
Makes
though the
sense.
majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Okay, what about the embassies?
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
I see.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic
I thought he said he
standard years
didn't
ago.
have one.
As Citadel space has expanded, more
Oh, they
embassies
don't have a
have
seat
been
on the
added.
council. Okay.
The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why was humanity
Why were people
opposed?
trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you
Do
think?
you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
Of course.
My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Why was humanity
Why were people
opposed?
trying to keep my species
Oh, we
out?
already.
Some species felt humanity.
how do I skip
the
that?
Council
There we go.
gave a great deal of thought to this
Okay,
matter. In the
why
end,
were
they
the
decided
Volus
humanity's
first?
impact on
Or,
Citadel
I
space
keep
was
calling them
significant
Volus,
enough
but
to
they're
warrant
Vol.
an embassy.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
Volus.
In the
okay.
early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Okay. What about the Spectres?
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions, Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
I see. What about the Citadel Council?
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion.
Okay.
Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It sounds too perfect.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of
course.
qualified judgment. My code is
Okay.
limited to
Log off.
information and simple interaction simulations.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Will do. Codex. Technology. Come on.
Biotics is the
No,
ability of
computers.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action.
I see.
VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal
personal ones,
secretaries,
okay, yeah.
filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined
Alexa.
priorities.
Better not
Others
say
are
that too loud,
advanced
'cause I
search
do have an
engines,
Alexa.
propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
I see. Makes sense. Alright, let's go onward. Where else should we go? If we need to go to the left. Okay. So we were already this way, right? Yeah. So we need to go this way. I'm sorry I'm not really getting much done in this episode. I'm just trying to figure this all out and explore and learn as much about these races and embassies as I can, so. What's in here? Diplomatic, what? What did that say? Diplomatic something. Diplomat, but that's not what I was talking
I
about.
landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Okay. Diplomatic archive. Citadel conventions? Yeah. These diplomatic talks occurred in the wake of the Krogan rebellions as a response to the destruction of the conflict and an attempt to distance the Council from the brutal Krogan warfare. The conventions regulate the use of weapons of mass destruction. A WMD causes environmental alteration to a world. A bomb that produces a large crater is not considered a WMD. A bomb that causes a nuclear winter is. Use of WMD is forbidden on garden worlds like Earth, with atmospheres that can readily support a population. If a habitable world is destroyed, it will not be replaced for millions of years. The conventions do not forbid the use of WMD on hostile worlds or in sealed space station environments. Many militaries continue to develop and maintain stockpiles. The conventions graded weapons of mass destruction into tiers of concern. Tier 1 is the greatest threat to galactic peace. Tier 1, large kinetic impactors such as asteroid drops or deorbiting space stations, effectively free and available in any system in the form of debris left over from planetary acceleration. Kinetic impactors are the weapon of choice for terrorists and Third Galaxy nations. Tier 2, uncontrolled self-replicating weapons such as nanotechnology, viral or bacterial organisms, von Neumann devices, and destructive computer viruses. These weapons can lie dormant for millennia, waiting for a careless visitor to carry them onto another world. Large energy burst weapons such as nuclear or antimatter warheads, that's Tier 3. And Tier 4, alien species deliberately introduced to crowd out native forms necessary for the health of an ecosystem. Ecological tampering can take years to bear fruit, making it difficult to prove. Okay. What's this over here? More codex entries. Treaty of Phyrexin. Due to the destructive potential of dreadnoughts, the council races agreed at the Phyrexian Naval Conference to fix a ratio of dreadnought construction between themselves. At the top of the pyramid is the peacekeeping Taurian fleet. Below the Taurians are the other council races. Currently, the Asari and Solarians council associate races are at the bottom. The Human System Alliance is part of this last group. The ratio of Turan to council to associate dreadnoughts is 5-3-1. For every dreadnought humans are permitted to build, the Asari have 3 and the Taurians have 5. Okay, probably to maintain order and all that stuff. Okay, I'm getting more of an idea of this world. Hi.
Human, delighted welcome. It is good to meet you.
Delighted welcome to you as well. Goodbye. Alright, time to go to this place over here. Right? No. That was the wrong door. This was the way I wanted to go. I think. Yeah, it is. Because this is where CSEC headquarters is. Hello.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
No, it doesn't matter. I go where I want. Who are you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel.
What does that mean? Someone
Was there
like
something
me?
you needed, Commander?
Yeah.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
You don't like
What do you
them?
have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law.
That makes sense.
Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Ah. CSEC.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Makes sense, because you're in charge. What about attitude?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not favorites. Okay, goodbye.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I still want to be cordial, because I don't know if all Taurians are bad. Citadel Station, Citadel Security Services, CSEC. Citadel Security is a volunteer police service answering to the Citadel Council. The 200,000 constables of CSEC are responsible for maintaining... 200,000, that's a lot. Maintaining public order in the densely populated Citadel. They also provide pirate suppression, customs enforcement, and search and rescue throughout the Citadel cluster. CSEC has 6 divisions. Enforcement. Uniformed officers who patrol the Citadel and respond to emergencies. Investigation. Detectives who puzzle out the truth behind crimes and bring perpetrators to justice. Customs. Screens the thousands of passengers and cargo containers that pass through the Citadel ports every day. Network. Deals with cybercrimes like identity and copyright theft, hacking and viral attacks, and illegal artificial intelligence. Special Response deals with hostage situations, bombs, and heavily armed criminals in the unlikely event... there's the timer. In the unlikely event that attackers board the Citadel, they are also the front line of defense, armed with military-grade equipment. Patrol, naval arm with ships stationed throughout the Citadel cluster. Unlike the other divisions, they are rarely seen at the Citadel, nor do they stay in one place long. Joining CSEC is prestigious. Applications must be sponsored by... Whoopsie, I clicked the wrong thing. Applications must be sponsored by a Citadel counselor or the ambassador of an associate council race. Generally, applicants have many years of distinguished service in the military or police forces of their nation, but an inexperienced applicant with demonstrable talent will be fairly considered. CSEC and the Spectres are often at odds. Many CSEC members, notably current executor Vernari Palin, believe that allowing Spectres to be above the law is a dangerous practice. The actions of Saren Arturius lend credence to this position. The Spectres, in turn, are aggravated when CSEC's dedication to procedure and due process hampers their investigations. Well, of course they are, because they can't get away with what they want when that happens. I know the timer went off, but I'm going to finish exploring this section here so that when we come back, we can hopefully move on, because I feel like we didn't... Whoa, put it away. How do I put it away? I don't know, but I'll just not click anything. But, yeah, I feel like we didn't get very far because I had to... because I wanted to explore everything. So the next thing we'll explore is this embassy lounge in the next episode. So yeah, in the next episode we'll continue to explore the Citadel and see what else we can find out, and hopefully make it to the tower and figure out what we're going to do about Saren and how we're going to convince the council that he's bad. So I'm going to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you see, I suggest you subscribe to my channel so you can see the new videos that I post every single day. And if you really like the videos, I'd really like it if you could leave a thumbs up and a comment. That way I could have some interaction on my channel and know that people are actually watching and actually care. If you want to know when I post my videos, exactly when I post them, the best way to do that is to turn on your notifications as well. I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.